I think we can all agree that we're just going to go with the name Ruckus IIV and Friends, and that's going to be the name of the show, and I guess the YouTube channel that we're going to go with. I'm Ruckus IIV. This is Jessica. This is Poetic Princess, and this is Gazzy B. And this is going to be our official first podcast, and we're going to go ahead and come up. We all have a separate topic that we're going to have in our heads, and then we're going to share it as we go along and figure out how to talk about that topic and go from there. So who wants to go with their topic first?
I think you should.
Me first. Man. Okay.
It's only right. It's Ruckus IIV and Friends.
And Friends.
And
Where's the and Friends?
Y'all ain't sidekicks, okay? It's not, I mean, it could be, anybody can be dominant in this one. It doesn't matter. And, it's for whatever, so.
It's okay. We can be friends.
I'm so nervous. No, I'm just kidding.
I really am.
Oh, really? Are you nervous, really? Oh, wow.
I'm not even supposed to be sitting in front of this camera.
You're a friend.
But I'm still, no.
And friends.
And friends. Well, I'm a nervous friend.
Thank you for being a friend.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so the first topic then I'm going to go with social media and how I think it's ridiculous, like on Instagram, how everybody has to be like this perfect photographer for every single post on Instagram that you see. Everything's color graded to a certain degree. Now, I know you're super guilty for that.
Very guilty.
But when I say that, she's amazing at doing some posts that, I mean, they're extremely meaningful, and I don't hate on it at all as far as people who genuinely want to express themselves. I'm just talking about the Instagram accounts out there that's like everybody's copying it for the sake of copying it. And that's what kind of bothers me. It gets on my nerves because it's like, well, you can't even post about your fried chicken because you were in the mood for fried chicken because it's not cool looking enough to keep up with all the other accounts because everyone's going to, skim across it or whatever. Right. But the way I look at it is if people know you, the more they get to know you on your Instagram, it's not going to matter. They're going to know why you posted it. What you posted, why you posted, all that good stuff. They just know your personality. Mm-hmm. So I guess that's part of the topic. And then the second part of the topic is like the post where everyone's like posing up against a wall and looking away from the camera like nobody's there.
Like, who's taking the picture for you?
Who took that picture? Like, who's the creeper, You know what I mean? So that's the topic. Like, what do you guys think about when you see those pictures? Like, does it annoy you at some point? When you see these people taking pictures like nobody's, like they're looking at, they don't see the camera there.
Like that's not a natural look that you're doing. It's not natural. So
yes.
I don't at any point in my day do I ever just stand at the wall and just go like this.
Exactly.
It doesn't happen in real life. So
exactly.
Yeah. So.
I do find myself staring at the wall from time to time during the day.
I don't know. I kind of.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
I kind of feel like these people are trying to be artistic, and at first, whoever did it the first time was really trying to be artistic.
Okay.
And then whoever copied,
Keeping up with the Joneses.
They were like, man, that's cool. I want to take a picture in front of all these hearts in this city. Yeah. I'm like, where's this wall with all these hearts? And I see several people like, oh, look at me, I'm so fit, and I'm in front of these hearts. Like, what is going on?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But with Jessica has amazing pictures on her Instagram. Like,
do you want to plug your Instagram?
The filters are ridiculous. Like, you do crazy stuff, and it's always super nice looking.
That's because I look better with filters. Everything is better with filters.
Okay, so
honestly, I don't follow a whole lot of people.
Yeah.
So I don't come across that a whole lot.
You don't see that kind of stuff?
No.
Okay.
No,
It's if you were to do you know that search option that they have on Instagram where you can look at random whatever? Like if you just do that and or better yet search like a hashtag of like photography or better that search anything like music related or just people in general, you're going to see everyone's posted up against something.
Food.
Oh yeah. Well,
food is huge with like it has to look super pretty. It has to have little stars on it. It has to have sprinkles that are made out of glitter that trail down the side of the bowl.
Yeah. Staged food.
Yeah,
You're
like
how
many times who's really going to eat this? It's too pretty to eat. Like
it's kind of like almost in same like kind of like with McDonald's and Burger King. Ever seen the commercials? How the burgers look so perfect on TV.
Oh, yeah.
And they're stacked so nice when you go into the store and you actually buy it. It's just
Look
like
at this flat little cheeseburger. Like,
you know,
just
Yeah,
smacked
exactly.
it down. Like, what?
So basically what he's trying to say is every time you take a picture where you're posted up against something and you don't know that the cameraman's there, you really look like a disgusting cheeseburger.
exactly. Basically.
That's what he just said. I'm putting that on him. I know, I agree with you.
Because I know in your natural element, that's not what you really look like. This is a false advertisement.
You were slapped together, pimp. I'm sorry. Okay, so we all kind of agree to a certain point that it's not natural, right? And it's staged in a sense. And it's okay. I mean, obviously you're trying to brand yourself. You're trying to put yourself out. I get that. I mean, even I do stuff like that sometimes. Just I plan on doing it just kidding around, actually. I was going to do a vlog just making fun of that stuff altogether. I really want to do that. But at the same time, I get that people are doing it. But I just think that because it's so oversaturated, that it's like, how are you going to, why not invent something a little different? Try to do something. I know it's hard because there's too much stuff out there. But I don't know. I just feel like it's fake. It's not genuine. And once again, it's a look at me, blah, blah, blah,
It's kind of like the Instagram hipster Barbie.
Yeah.
And she was making fun of like all the pictures like that. And you have like Barbie sitting next to a lake with a little hand of ice cream and she's looking at it like this. It was such a good Instagram, and she got rid of it because she was done, doing all that. But it was amazing how she depicted it just like, how the people do. And it's so crazy.
So it was a complete mock you.
Yeah.
Like, it was a mocking of obviously. See, and that's what I want to do, yeah.
I think on a deeper level, I think it's people who are trying to put up a front on social media. They're trying to portray their life as something that's really not. That's what it really boils down to.
Yes.
And there's a lot of fake people on social media, Instagram, Facebook, whatever you use. There's a lot of it that's, they're trying to portray this lifestyle that they really don't have.
Yeah.
Once the camera is shut off, they go back to their miserable life.
Oh my goodness.
Back to that sloppy behind cheeseburger.
Back to that cheeseburger, But
Crying.
I think we live in a society now where everything is based off everybody wants to get likes.
Yeah.
But once people stop liking you on Instagram, like once those little hearts start, you hit the like button and the heart start.
Yeah.
I don't just disappears in the air. There's
no more heart explosions for you, buddy.
Because some people it feels nice to be liked, and some people aren't maybe getting liked in person.
Yeah.
So this is their way to get that feeling, like people like me, they like what I do.
The attention.
The attention, yeah.
So I right now, because of what you just said, I picture the person that doesn't feel so great about themselves that wants to change that, walks through the mall, goes to a store and looks at a suit and is like, yeah, I'm so going to buy that for an Instagram picture. Or actually, I'm going to rent it.
There are a lot of people who really do that.
Yeah.
Who truly do that. I'm pretty sure there are.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's kind of like the rap videos.
Yeah.
You rent the Lamborghini.
Cars, yeah.
That's not your Lamborghini.
Yeah.
And you had to borrow the money to rent it.
Right.
And now you owe the IRS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody's crying listening to this podcast right now.
This is making me sad. I'm like, I want to go delete my Instagram now. Just because I filter and want to look pretty for myself.
Your filters are great.
No.
Your pictures are amazing.
No. We're talking about.
Yeah, it's not like you pose just so that you can get likes. You pose because
Right, you're posting
you like
because
it.
genuinely you're just posting
You like
yours.
to do it.
We're talking
about people that do it on purpose to
Right.
get posts, to get likes.
Not even that. Even if they're trying to do that, I even think that's okay to a degree. But what annoys me is, I guess, if they're doing it to pretend that they're something they're not. So if you're acting like a celebrity,
and you're not a celebrity.
because you're trying to take these celebrity looking pictures to look like something more than you are, then that I think is what's annoying. Not that you shouldn't do it. I mean, if you want to do it, go for it. But at the same time, it's not like anybody can't really tell. And I don't know. That's what I'm talking about. See, Jess, you don't do it, because you're
You
trying to
wanna be a
look like a
celebrity.
celebrity. You're not trying to
No.
do it because you want to look famous. You're doing it because
You look
think
good in that filter.
exactly.
You look good in that filter, girl.
Get it?
What is your most favorite movie of all time? Like the best one ever that is like this is the only movie you can watch for the rest of your life. Like that kind of best movie.
Okay.
And your least favorite. Like if you had to watch this in a room for the rest of your life, you would probably claw your eyes out.
Okay, that one's gonna be hard. Okay, but the easiest one for me is What About Bob? That's my best, like that's my favorite movie of all time. What About Bob? Nothing can top that movie.
What
for me.
about Bob?
Exactly, exactly.
What happened to Bob?
What about Bob? I mean, they really do use that line in the movie. So.
Yeah.
Have you guys not? None
I've
of you have seen
never-
that?
I've
No,
never
I've
seen it.
You've seen it.
Heard of it.
I've seen it, but
I only heard of it from you.
Oh my gosh! Hold on, I have it. Hold on, I'm getting off camera. All right, okay. Somebody else talk about their movie really quick.
He's gonna go grab
I'm gonna
Bob.
go grab the movie. I have the movie here.
Tanisha, your favorite?
Jessica. Okay, I guess my favorite right now would be Closer, which is an amazing movie with Jude Law, Natalie Portman, Julia Roberts, and I think Clive Owen is the other guy. And it's like a love story that doesn't end up the way that it's supposed to end up. It ends up sad and everybody's sad at the end, I think.
And distraught.
Yeah,
And
sad and
crushed.
distraught and amazing. It's amazing. And then the music in it is amazing. I really like The Blower's Daughter.
Random. What about Bob?
Oh yeah, and then there's What About Bob?
I just had to do that because it's the best movie ever.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
Can I
Maybe
borrow-
we
can
can
we borrow
borrow
it?
it.
Yeah, you can borrow it.
Yeah.
It's the
We'll
best
watch
one.
it.
Go ahead, continue. I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah. But that's my favorite movie right now.
Okay.
It always changes
Okay.
because sometimes it goes into like TV movies, like the Temptations movie. I could watch over and over like for the rest of my life, but it's not my favorite. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Like there's some where you watch it and you're like, wow, I kind of like this movie. Or like you would never buy it, like for like a kind of embarrassing a little bit. Like Spice World, if it's on TV, I will watch it. Like I don't know
Some
why.
random guilty pleasure.
Yes, but it is like, but I wouldn't buy the movie ever. Like even if it was 99 cents somewhere, I wouldn't buy it
Yeah.
because I would never watch it
I would
to
never
put it
be
in.
caught in
Yeah.
an aisle buying this. Not even for like my best friend.
Yeah, like I wouldn't put it in there.
I would totally buy it for you.
Would you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's gangster.
Yeah. Okay. But if it's on TV and I'm flipping through and I'm like, oh, nothing's on. Oh, look at this.
Hey, Spice World.
Spice up your life. I
Tell
don't
me
know
what you
why.
want,
I
what
just
you
love
really
it.
want.
Yeah. I'm like, da, 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 da. He's dancing.
So wait, what was the name of the movie that you?
Oh, my, Closer.
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 Okay.
That's a really good movie. It's very sad and depressing but it's amazing also.
Okay.
I'll
It's
have to
amazing and
look at
depressing.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
Like-
It's a lot of like
Spoiler.
angst and drama and amazingness.
okay.
I think for me, choosing a favorite movie is hard. I was gonna say The Game, and then I drifted to Back to the Future. I can watch that
Ooh,
over
yeah.
and over again.
I
But
really
then-
like that one.
My new favorite movie right now is what was the movie we just saw the other day?
Oh, Baby Driver.
Baby Driver, which
Yeah.
was awesome.
Really?
I was telling people about Baby Driver too.
Really?
Yeah,
the
that's a
filming
good
of that
movie.
movie
It's amazing.
Is so creative.
Uh-huh.
But when you mentioned that this has to be a movie that you can sit down and watch over and over for the rest of your life, I would have to say
I could probably watch Baby Driver.
I could, but I think mine would be, ironically, Groundhog Day.
Groundhog Day.
Because, the premise
yeah.
of the movie, it happens over
and
and,
then,
over.
you,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
you
And I
watch
can
it
literally
every
watch that.
Groundhog's Day, and you know
Right.
it keeps repeating all day.
And I can literally watch that movie over and over again and would never get tired. It would be between that and Ferris Bueller's Day Off. But I would give the edge to
Groundhog's Day is
To
really
Groundhog
good.
Groundhog Day.
Bueller.
Okay. See, now with that being said, okay, I'll go back to What About Bob because
Bill
you guys
Murray,
are
by
probably
the way, was, when you think about it, he's been in some great movies.
exactly.
And he's always good. He's
Yeah.
always
Always good. Ghostbusters.
Did you see the
Exactly.
Scrooge one where he like
Yes.
Scrooge
Yes.
wasn't it?
Scrooge.
That was a great
really good
movie.
one, too,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and that was where I was going to start going back onto the premise of What About Bob. Because if you guys have not seen this movie, just find it and watch it because it is hilarious. It's by far the funniest movie I have ever watched. I personally feel that way. I mean, maybe not everybody else will. You guys have to let me know what you guys think of the movie
Yeah.
later on.
Can't
We
borrow
definitely-
this copy, though. I'm
No,
not
yeah,
borrowing this
yeah.
so.
But in case you guys are wondering about this movie, what about Bob? Bill Murray plays a complete wreck of a person who thinks he's got just about every single ailment psychologically that you can think of. He's like afraid of every disease. He won't touch anything.
So he's like a hypochondriac.
He's like a hypochondriac, but he also thinks he has Tourette syndrome. Which he acts out. He'll actually he'll do it. And then what else? He's got like all these different things that he thinks he has. And what it is that Richard Dreyfuss, who plays the psychiatrist, he takes over the office that Bill Murray's character was visiting. So now he has Richard Dreyfuss as his new psychiatrist, who is not prepared for the craziness that Bill Murray's character is all about. And so that, and the whole thing about it is that Richard Dreyfuss' character has to go on vacation right when he gets Bob as a patient.
Okay.
So Bob does everything in his power to find his psychiatrist at his vacation place, and it goes from there. And the roller coaster is hilarious from that point on. It's great. But yeah, you have to see it. It's by far one of the best psychological comedy movies I have ever watched. And if you ever study psychology, this movie covers so many topics of psychological studies that you can just laugh at every single thing in there. You can just completely relate to it.
Jess?
Jessica.
Mine is, it's childhood favorite. Always has been. Always will be. The Goonies.
Oh,
Goonies.
I've always
very
loved
surprised.
love the Goonies.
I
Okay.
was very surprised.
But if it's one movie that I had to watch, and it's like you said, one of those that you have to continually, if it's on TV, it has to be watched.
yeah.
For some reason, for me, is Pitch Black
Pitch Black.
with
Really?
Vin Diesel.
Really?
You went from one. You went from
What?
one end of the spectrum to the other.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay, wait, so which one would you say is, out of those two, though, would be your all-time favorite movie? Then?
Goonies.
The Goonies, okay.
Goonies.
That's a good
yeah, it's a
movie.
cult classic.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yes.
it's a good movie.
Can't go
Yeah.
wrong with it.
Okay.
Always has been.
I don't know if we even need to mention the
No.
Goonies, because if we have to even mention that, well, actually, I had to mention Bob because, that's kind of back there, but
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know.
But
That's a
people-
Goonies is a good one.
People know
But
the Goonies.
yeah, if you haven't
So,
seen the Goonies, then
You gotta watch it.
You go.
Yeah.
yeah. So,
All right.
well, since I stopped, I'll lead with my worst.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah.
You were ready for that
Oh,
one.
man, I
ready.
gotta think about it.
Oh my God, Moulin Rouge.
Are you serious?
She got offended.
Oh my god!
Like literally,
I love Moulin Rouge. Yes.
Fight right now.
What?
literally
Why?
the only
who really
movie
Is
fights?
I
it
have.
Nicole Kidman? Was it because of Nicole Kidman, or is the whole
The
thing?
whole movie.
Are you
I
serious?
She's
literally
seriously
had
offended
to
right now.
stop
This
the
is
movie.
our opportunity.
What?
Had to
Think of-
get up and stop
Oh,
the
no.
movie. It was so
I
awful.
can watch that movie too over and over.
No.
I really can. It's
Yeah,
not my
she
Spice
can.
World, but I can watch. I think I have that movie.
Oh,
I really
wow.
do.
Oh,
Like
so
I
bad.
like Mulan. I liked it. I think it's different. I think because I really like the director that did it, and he always does like craziness like that. And sometimes it takes people out of the movie because he's so crazy. Like he did Romeo and Juliet, and I didn't really like that rendition of it.
with Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah. But you see how it was filmed, and
Yeah.
it's similar.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they're all in your face. But
That's
right, okay.
I'm-
what
if
didn't
there's a
what didn't
movie-
you like about it?
If there's a movie,
Ewan
that
McGregor
I-
was singing.
If exactly,
He was nice.
Exactly.
It's a movie.
If I usually,
Oh my gosh.
if it's a movie is not just
Well-
piquing my interest, we'll stop.
Why
But
does it
I
have
will
to be a girl fight? Why does it have to be a cat fight? Because women are talking. That's ridiculous. That's like a Family Guy joke. Get out of my face.
mom.
Yeah.
But
Jeez.
no, that
It
was
just
one
got
of those-
real.
I will sit through a movie even if it's not piquing my interest per se. That one I literally could not. I'm like, I have
believe it.
got to stop.
You know, one that did do that for me was 7 Years in Tibet. It felt like a million years in Tibet. I was like, this is the longest movie I've ever been to, and I was in Tibet forever. Oh my gosh! And I love Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
Like I will see every Brad Pitt movie forever. And then that one was bad. And then also, what is it called? The Dark Side of the Sun. Remember
Dark
you
Side of
bought
the
that?
Moon.
No,
Dark-
it's the sun. Because he couldn't
Oh, yeah.
wear...
Dark Side of the Sun.
Yeah, he had like a...
Wasn't that an album? I'm
It was
thinking
so
of?
ridiculous. Yeah,
Dark
I
Side
think
of the Moon.
Dark
Pink
Side of the
Floyd.
Moon.
Pink Floyd.
yeah.
Hey, close
Yeah,
enough.
but he couldn't go out in the sun, so he had to wear
Yeah.
this like weird leather suit.
Yeah, it was his first
It was
movie.
it was one of his
Sounds-
first
reminds me
movies.
of
Dark Side of the
Powder
Sun.
for
Check it
some
out.
reason.
Oh my gosh, it was
It was
Powder
bad.
was okay.
Yeah,
No,
Powder
this-
was good.
Powder was
This
Even the way it's filmed looks
How
like,
it's horrible.
Horrible.
it looks like it was a TV movie that got forgotten about. So
Yeah.
like that's what it
Ooh.
looks like.
Definite B-rated.
Yeah,
It's
like
probably like a D rated.
I think it might be a D minus. It's leaning on F.
Yeah.
It's like leaning over.
Ooh.
But that's not my worst. It's in my top 3 worst.
It's personal.
But my worst is from Justin to Kelly. Did you guys hear that?
No,
No.
did not
No.
care to watch
Okay,
it.
I saw it. Me and one of my best friends, Ramon, at the time, we were like, "Oh, Justin and Kelly, American Idol just came out. This is gonna be okay." Like, I don't know why we thought it was gonna be okay, but we went in there and we were like, "What are we watching?" It was the worst movie ever made.
Wow.
I think it was. It was.
Wow.
It was up there. It was horrible.
Wow.
It can't be as bad as Moulin Rouge.
Moulin Rouge is good.
Okay.
You have to like. Well, you
I don't-
like musicals too, don't you?
No,
The Little Mermaid is a musical.
no.
Does she not sing in
that
every
is-
single?
that is different.
She sings in every scene. That's a musical. That's what a musical is: singing in every scene.
No, I
Is
don't
it-
care
is it
for
not?
musicals.
I have to.
Well, yeah.
I have to honestly say I cannot think of the worst possible movie
Yeah,
that I've watched. I can't, or even
So, is there
tried to
anything
watch.
that's just like?
I know there was some that I
don't
tried
like
to
it.
watch, and I said, "This is horrible."
Yeah.
But I can't.
You
It's
can't
not
think of it?
Maybe it was so bad I blocked it out of my mind to
Yeah.
to prevent trauma.
Yeah, it
but
happens.
yes,
I think one movie like he said, I don't have a movie I can think of that I absolutely hate that. But one movie that I do not like watching, if it comes on TV and there's nothing else to watch, and I get so irritated, I just turn off the TV completely
Oh my
because I wouldn't.
goodness.
It's one of those movies I wouldn't watch even if there was nothing else on. I think it's called Save the Last Dance. Is it with
Oh,
what's her
Julia
name?
Stiles.
Is it her
Yes.
face you don't like?
It's her face. Something about her face. I
I
don't know
I knew
what
it
it
was
is.
the face because she doesn't make that many expressions sometimes.
Yeah, I don't like that movie, and her face was. It
But
just
she was in
annoys me.
Dexter, and you watched Dexter.
Well, I didn't watch it for her.
no. Because of
I-
that face.
I was hoping that she would have been a victim of anything.
no.
Oh.
That is not
Dang.
very nice. Sorry,
He's like-
Julia
he's
Stiles.
like-
Got
I
really
do too.
dark.
I
Really
like her.
I don't mind her.
If I could just
I
darken the
wasn't-
screen on one
movie
side of the
was
camera.
Okay.
I just
The
can't.
movie was okay.
I liked
The
it.
was
storyline
like,
was so
for me.
and then the
Mhm.
Okay, so we've had our worst and favorite. What's the one movie that didn't exactly get great reviews that you watched and thought was awesome?
Forrest Gump.
I love that
Really?
movie.
Had horrible reviews. Did you
Really?
know that? Yeah.
Yeah, I did. It did.
That
It was
movie
weird.
was amazing.
And then it
And Tom Hanks can almost do anything for
Yeah.
me. Like he's one of my favorite actors ever.
Tom Hanks can just stare at the camera.
Yeah, and
with
I'm like,
no-
dang, that's
like-
awesome.
Yeah, that
That's
was
the best
amazing.
stare I've ever seen.
That's what he
right?
did in Castaway.
And it was amazing. I mean, he talked to a volleyball. All
Wait,
right.
Is it too late for me to change my favorite movie?
No,
You can.
no, you can
no.
go ahead. It's all
'Cause I
right.
just thought about it, and I can't
Is
believe
it
I
Forrest
forgot
Gump?
this. No,
What is it? Is it a Tom Hanks movie?
no.
Big.
no.
Okay.
I would say that Forrest Gump is probably my
But
second.
I just thought
favorite.
about
It's a
it.
good movie.
Yeah.
I just thought I can't believe I forgot this movie.
Bronx
I'm so
Tale?
ashamed. Yes, A Bronx
I
Tale.
Oh,
was-
Bronx.
I
You know, I
was-
have not seen that yet.
We have it.
You
We
have
have
it.
it.
You can have to.
Yes,
let
but
me
I
borrow
don't-
it.
yes.
I don't
You
think
can borrow
I've
that.
seen
I'll
it
borrow
either.
that.
It is-
It's a good movie.
It's such a good
I'm surprised
movie.
he didn't throw it out.
Yeah,
like I was
totally
gonna say
forgot.
it, and I was like, I
Oh.
thought it was a Bronx Tale.
Yes.
Let me say this. Let me say this. I have a friend. All right, his name is Booby. He's from Brooklyn. All right, and he watched that movie, and he always would, because I would like in the past when I was going through like relationship woes of any kind. He's like, listen, I'm gonna tell you a famous line from a movie that I love.
I already know.
He said,
It's getting very
just
exciting.
remember,
right?
it's not bad. You're good right now. How many is that? That's what. Okay, so she was good. She was good. I was like, yeah, she was all right. She's like, okay, so that's one.
You get 3 good women in
You
your life.
get 3 Was it no? Is it 5 good ones and there's 5 great ones? I thought it was 5 great ones.
No, there's only 3.
3. It's 3. Okay,
There's
so that's
only
what he said.
3.
Yeah, he's like, there's 3. Is it good or great?
Great.
Okay, so you got 3 great ones. So if you still got 2 left, you're good to go.
Yeah, Bronx Tale, like that movie, and like the one other part that I take from that movie, I actually did it the first time I met Tanisha. There's a part in the movie.
She just cast you the eye.
I was like, I want to see what it was. I don't remember.
It's the part where he's like, if you always do the test. You always leave the door unlocked.
Yes.
No, you
Yes.
leave the door locked.
Yes.
You open the door for her, close it up behind her, make sure your door is locked. You go around to the back. If she reaches over and unlocks your door, she's a keeper.
Yep. He told me that one too.
I guess I unlocked the door.
Unfortunately, it
I'm
only
still
works.
here.
It only
It only works in the movies.
Yeah, no, because cars nowadays have power locks. You
Yeah.
can't lock one door and then have the other one
I like
unlocked.
how you
Oh,
started
but-
getting a new.
but I did walk through the
like he's
back.
getting an accent. You notice that?
Okay, that's why I did not trade my car yet because I have manual locks. So my car
You can do
doesn't.
the test.
Yes.
That's gonna be your test.
Well,
Yes.
I'm not trading my car until I
Until
get the
you-
right one.
Right.
Then I'll get automatic.
Yeah. You just walk to the back. I always. Yeah.
Yeah, you
So
always
Bronx
get.
Tale.
Anytime you start talking about New York, your accent comes out. You're like, oh, by the way, I'm from New York. Here's my accent.
Very well presented. Okay, so that's those 3 what's the 3 topics. We got one more.
Yeah.
Nothing.
How about streaming?
Okay, how
Like,
about
what do you guys think about streaming? Like,
Oh, okay.
are you
I do
guys
have-
more?
Wait. I do have in relation to music.
Okay.
So I'm sure you guys have heard that as of I believe May or June, Best Buy will no longer be selling
CDs.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
did
did
hear
not
about
hear
that.
that.
But they're
Yes.
still selling vinyl.
Yes, there's
Just
vinyl's making a big comeback,
Yeah,
so,
coming
which is
back.
awesome. But yeah, CDs is going to be a thing of the past, which for me is kind of heartbreaking because for me,
So many CDs at home.
I have a lot of CDs.
I do too.
Yeah.
I was one of those Columbia House BMG music, $99 for I was one of those people.
Okay.
So
And for those of you who don't know what he's talking about these subscriptions that
Right.
you could actually order to have, like you pay a monthly subscription
Like
and they send you.
$19.99 or something.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
was,
it was like, what,
crazy
$20?
expensive at
Yeah,
the
and
time.
you get like
Back in the day, $20 a month was a lot of money.
Remember when a
lot of
CD
money.
was like $20?
Yeah.
And I was like, nope, tape
Uh-huh.
$9.99.
I still have my cassette player. I'm good.
Cassette tapes.
like when it
Yeah.
comes now to the music streaming, of course I do it. It's easy. It's more convenient. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But I like to purchase a CD because I'm that person that when
No, you're good.
I'm the person that when I'm listening to music, I like to read through the book. I like something tangible. So I like something I can read through the book. I can read who wrote it, produced it. I'm really into that. So I like to see the people behind it. You
Yeah.
know, and I like to have something physical. For me, that's just me personally. It's just almost like having a book. You like the smell of the pages. Some people like that kind of
Yeah,
stuff. Or,
they
you
like
know,
the physical connection
right.
to that.
So
Yeah.
for me, the music streaming thing, I can't say I'm hesitant about it because I do it now only because it is convenient.
And it's amazing.
It's a great to have, but I still like to have my CDs. I like something physical.
I do buy CDs when it's something that I really like. I still buy it.
And
Even
see,
though
I
I
don't-
stream it.
I don't stream.
I stream and buy.
I don't stream at all.
So
Well,
is
we
it-
have Apple Music, so we share it.
So you guys, okay? I mean, it's going to be okay, obviously, that we don't have CDs at some point.
Yeah.
We'll just adjust. We'll adapt.
We're there though. If you think about it, it's
Yeah.
like tapes. Like when tapes left, you're like, oh, that sucks. But
But they all come back around. Like vinyls now is like a
yeah,
big
tapes are coming back. Have you ever seen that?
tapes
Oh,
are coming back.
yeah,
was
they're
like,
trying
what
to come back.
Yeah,
It's
They'll
not-
they'll make
It's
a
not-
comeback.
I
You
don't
think
think
so?
so.
I
I
think
don't
so.
think so.
I don't know how long.
Because after you use a tape too much, and then it gets that like weird like in between the songs,
And
you
it gets
played
stuck,
too
and you
much.
pull it out, and you've done stripped the whole.
Yes.
And
You're
then,
like,
and then you have to
man.
take your pencil
Yeah.
and wind it.
Exactly.
Kids today will never
Oh,
know.
they'll never know. Oh, they never know the struggle of having to take your CDs in that big book and having to travel with you.
I have a small book of
Yeah.
Mine's about this thick.
Yeah.
I got a whole stack of CDs right there. That's all music right there.
Yeah.
And then I still have, as you can see, VHS.
Oh, I still got a few VHS.
and
We do
I
have
still got all my
VHS.
cassette
Yeah.
tapes and everything.
I've
Do you have
actually-
Do you have a VCR?
I do not.
I do.
We used to.
And it makes me
have
sad.
We have a VCR. We have one of the VHSs that we have is the. I remember when I got it too. I'll never forget when it first came out on VHS was the Star Wars trilogy, the original one.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
the
man.
good one.
Ooh.
No,
Before
you know
they
what
changed
was,
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know it was great when Titanic came out on VHS.
I
it
used
was
to
like
hate-
2
you
tapes,
only
wasn't it?
listen to
Right.
I only watched the first one.
That was a big. That was a big deal.
It was.
That was a
it
big-
was.
I had it.
What?
I did.
only
I
listen-
thought it was-
I only watched the first
thought it was-
tape.
I thought it was
Once
more
it
than
got
that.
to the part when
Was it 2 or 3?
It was two.
No, there was 2 tapes.
It was
two.
2 tapes.
Yeah.
Okay.
The first tape was the love story. The second tape was the drowning. So
It's
Man.
not a drowning. It was a
drowning.
sinking.
everybody dies.
I am almost
Yeah.
everybody.
The,
Spoiler
main,
alert.
oh, sorry. The main person.
That's another one of my favorite movies.
I love
I
that
am
movie. I love it.
So infatuated
And I'm
with the
so
Titanic.
I was so mad.
I'm so mad she
was-
couldn't let him get on that.
He
that
could
door.
have fit.
He could have fit.
It's just
Oh,
they were
everybody
both
knows
trying
that,
to
yeah.
get on at the same time, which didn't make sense. They had to one person had to be on, then the other person got on.
Yeah.
But they made such a big deal. Oh my gosh. Oh, I was so angry with
because,
her.
because that's not how the movie
Rose.
was supposed to go. And then they're like, "Oh, well, she let him go after she just promised." No,
Yeah.
no.
She let him go after
But
5
yeah, that
minutes.
is that
She
is
was like,
that's one.
that's what she did. She was like, "Peace.
Deuces.
I'm gonna
getting
go
outta
live
here."
my life. And
Yeah.
then you see all the pictures of her living her life without him. And then she think about him at the end when she drops the thing in there. Come on.
Yeah.
He lived 84 years. Get out of here. Jack could have had one more day. That's
more
all
day.
I was asking
Just
for.
one. In
One more
warmth.
day. Oh,
Right next to a nice fire, eating some crackers or some kind
yes.
of
And all they had to do
delicious
was
steak.
balance. Or he could have found another little thing to float on.
Yeah.
He didn't have to freeze to death.
No.
That was horrible.
wow.
It was.
Wow.
I was so angry. Like I saw
You're
that.
still angry.
I saw that in the theaters whenever
did
it
too.
came out,
I did
and I was
too.
just
Same too.
I was
Okay,
sitting
I
next to my
didn't.
mom,
You didn't see it in the theater?
Not in the theaters.
and
no.
I was crying.
Oh yeah, I cried.
And I was like horrible crying. Like,
Yeah, I cried
Oh
pretty
my
bad.
god.
I actually went
Are you
on.
gonna cry right now? I mean,
When I went with a date,
Oh no.
and we were both crying. I Jack, no, it's getting dark. But yeah, no, I lost it. Yeah, completely lost. We
I
both
didn't-
we're holding each other.
you know, that's one movie I didn't cry watching
You
that
didn't
movie.
cry?
It's because it wasn't in the theater.
You
I
had
don't know.
to
I
see it
think
in the
well,
theater.
not really, because I there's a movie I saw that wasn't in theaters and I saw it and I cried watching it on TV.
I'm surprised you
which one?
didn't cry.
The Notebook.
I haven't
You
seen
cried
that
at
yet.
I did not
Notebook?
cry.
I didn't cry at the Notebook.
This got
cried.
backwards quick.
I don't.
Yeah, I didn't cry at the, like what was
No,
sad
I
for
cried
you?
watching Boys in the Hood.
Oh, I cried at that too, son.
That was sad though. That was sad.
That was sad.
No,
Right.
Boys in the
It
Hood.
was.
No,
It
no,
was.
actually,
Yeah, that
it
was
was. Yeah.
But no, I
He was the only
I
one
didn't
gonna get out.
I didn't cry watching Titanic. I mean, if
What
I,
was sad about the Notebook for you?
jeez, when you say it like that.
First, Tinny, well, Poetic Princess, I have to ask, are you mad about this?
No. I don't mind that you cried.
Honestly,
No,
I can't remember what the
I'm
movie
just
was
putting on my
about.
brass knuckles.
You
That's
know
all.
a movie that I did? Well, a book that I cried.
I never cried in a book,
I
no.
cried in a book, and A Walk to Remember.
Oh,
That movie
yeah,
was
I did
good.
kinda like it a little bit.
The book was insane. Like I could cry now thinking about it. It was like the part when she was getting married to him, and she had to stop, like walking down the aisle because she couldn't breathe. And it was so sad to me. I was like, she's about to die. And her last thing is to marry this guy. It's so sad. He wrote that, Nicholas Sparks wrote that really well. Like the movie was, but the book.
me?
Yeah, I cried on that book. That was crazy.
What was the Notebook about again? I can't remember.
The Notebook was the one where the lady had Alzheimer's and he had to keep telling her the story of how
yes.
they fell in love with Ryan
Yeah, I just thought that was such a
Reynolds?
sweet movie.
Gosling.
I don't know.
Gosling. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I watch chick flicks. I'm not ashamed of it.
You know, I just
So.
I just had a random thought. I was thinking, you know, like when we take off on topics like this, maybe we can have like kind of like a side series. So like if we have like side topics,
And then we
Yeah.
get back onto the topic when we finish with that subject?
It just in general, like we just went on to this and talking about it, or whatever. Let's just say for whatever reason we
cut this part out and then
we just put it in. Like, what do you guys think about something like that?
That
Yeah,
sounds cool.
yeah, that sounds a good
Yeah,
idea.
that's fine.
So we'll just have like a side topics type, theme or whatever. So it's like, and people can just run right into it and just hear that topic. It'll have the title on there.
Right.
Okay.
I cried over the Titanic and
Yeah.
Boys in the Hood,
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that'd be good.
Okay.
I cried on Boys in the Hood.
I'm trying to think. Okay. You know what? How about? Do you guys mind if I add a topic really quick?
No,
No,
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
Okay. We just talked about this, but now I'm curious. What was the saddest movie that you ever watched that made you cry the hardest? And I'm gonna tell you mine last because that movie
Oh, I
made
know.
me.
I know what
she
it is.
knows.
I cry all the time.
I'm gonna
though.
tell
like,
you
That's
what-
the
no.
problem.
I guess okay. I stupid cry because I will the movie could be
Cry? What does that look
stupid.
like?
I call it stupid cry because I,
just
have
wanna
no
see-
reason.
Like he
for
should not be crying.
I should
about
not be
that.
crying.
Okay.
Like Spider-Man is going from rooftop to rooftop, rooftop to rooftop, and I'm nerd tearing at that moment. I'm like, it's really Spider-Man. I'm crying. Why am I crying? This is stupid. That's my stupid cry.
Yeah, no.
So she knows.
I know-
She
I
knows.
know what it
but I'm not
is.
gonna say it until all you guys are done.
Okay.
Because this movie made me so mad that I cried through the whole thing because of the way they started it. So go ahead. Who wants to
Did I
start?
watch that I cried? There was a movie.
It's
and you made,
several movies that you cry.
oh, jeez, you don't have to put that out
sorry.
there.
I'm not a big crier.
I am.
So
I can't. I can be
know
kind of
what-
soft.
I'm
You know,
trying to think. I
what
have
was
to
it?
look at it.
you gotta look it
Think
up.
about this.
Yeah, I know what it is. It's
Jess,
like,
you never-
What dreams may come.
What dreams may come.
Yeah, that's the name of the movie.
Okay.
And that's the one where Robin Williams is either his wife. Yeah, his wife dies.
Of course.
And he's just so depressed. And like, it's just so sad the whole time through. And then so he goes to, she's in hell because she committed suicide.
Oh wow.
So he has to go to hell and bring her back.
Oh my gosh.
So so he dies.
and this made her cry.
It was sad because like she's in there like, and then when they show hell, it's like he has to go through all the craziness, and then she's like in like this little house, like just rocking, like just so sad, and he's like he has to like show his love for her in order for her to see him. Like it was just so sad for me. Like the whole movie was just really depressing. I think it was depressing. So it made me like even more sad.
Yeah.
I think that's what it was. Because I
Okay.
was like, Jesus, Robin.
So that
You're
was
supposed to be funny. What is this?
okay. So that was your saddest movie that you
think
cried the hardest
well,
and
I
longest.
think Titanic was probably I cried
Saddest.
really hard
Yeah, I
on
did too, I
Titanic.
bet. I ain't gonna lie. That
Like
was-
especially like after the part when he dies.
Yeah.
Like the
Yeah.
rest of the movie, I couldn't stop. Like my face was just I probably was soaked.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh.
Okay.
I think it was maybe that one.
Jessica.
I'm not a crier.
So there's not a single movie that you've ever
That
watched.
comes to mind that
that
I've
you-
just boo-hooed about. No.
See, we gotta find like some sad movies and make her
Yeah.
watch like a marathon.
Marathon of sadness. Sadness.
The
marathon.
Lifetime movies is probably.
No, my mother has actually told me how cold-hearted I am. Because at funerals, everything like that, I don't cry. I don't.
Some
Not
people are just.
everybody
I'm not
cries at a funeral.
Yeah,
No.
not everybody's a crier.
I'm just not a crier, really.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm like
that doesn't make you a cold-hearted person.
Yeah, because I'm like a closet quiet crier.
Yeah.
Like I don't really cry in front of people, but then like it'll hit me like 2 days later, and I'll be like, "Oh my gosh, like what is this?"
I'll
When
tell
you're
you
like
this.
sitting there ugly crying.
Yeah, like oh, what is this?
I didn't even know I could make that face.
like it hurts.
Can't stop.
Yeah.
I can't think of a movie right now that's made me cry, but I can think of a show of a specific scene that made me cry.
Okay.
It was Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Oh,
You already know what I'm talking
I
about?
think so.
With his dad.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Yeah.
That
Have you seen
ruined
that?
me.
Did he say why doesn't he want me? What
Yeah.
did he say?
Yeah.
Why he don't want me, man?
Yeah.
Like that
that was
whole
sad.
scene, and when I later on I found out that that was a real moment for him. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
That was like a real moment for me because I guess he mentioned he grew up without his father. I guess so. for him, he was actually channeling that. So that
Yeah.
was that
So
was
it's
raw
like-
emotion coming from him in that scene. And how that every time I see that part when he takes the statue and he puts it on the table, and then he starts going off like, I'm gonna get a fly honey. I'm gonna have a bunch of kids, and then damn thing he can show me how to be a good father. And then he like
I
looks
like
at
how
Uncle
you're
Phil.
moving like him too.
Yeah, because it's like that scene just like pulls you in, man.
Yeah.
It's like
You knew it was real. Like you
oh,
kind of
man,
know
like, it
it's
gives
just,
me goosebumps just thinking about it
Yeah.
because he was like,
He's a really good actor.
and then he's like, how come he don't want me, man? And then he just falls into Uncle Phil's arms. I'm like, oh my
Yeah.
gosh,
That's
man.
because-
that's like,
Alright.
that moment he was not acting.
Yeah.
It came out for real.
yeah.
And you know, it hit me hard when I first saw that. When I saw that on the show, and it made me cry. But then when I saw it online and they broke it down,
Yeah.
they explained that he was being for real about that. That made it even harder for me because
Yeah.
then I bawled. So I have to agree with you on that.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, and the thing is that you know it's coming when you watch it, but you
every
can't
time.
help but get emotional when you watch it.
yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
See, that doesn't do
So
it
did
for me
you
either.
not?
Well,
cry
it
on
for me.
Titanic?
I want to say maybe I teared up.
You had to have done something.
it was allergies.
I think at that point I just had to go to the bathroom so bad.
Oh my
I was
God.
just like,
Fair.
Hurry up and
on.
let go. Let go.
come on.
let go of him now.
But it was so good and intense. I didn't want to get up and
Yeah.
leave.
Your movie. You don't really have a sad movie.
'Cause she's never sad.
She's never sad.
I only get emo from
like
time to
emo.
time.
Just remember.
Oh, sorry.
good.
She's never sad.
Yeah. Okay.
Ever.
Just not about movies.
Yeah.
Okay.
She cries about life,
And
maybe.
you don't really have a sad movie either.
Yeah, I can't think of a sad movie. Just a sad.
I've known
that-
movies that he's cried
What
at.
movies? 'Cause
But I can't
of any.
think of what movies they were. But I would look over and you'd be like,
Maybe doing this.
yeah, that like like the corner of your eye. Like
So he would shed a tear,
yeah.
but
Or
he's not
just
really.
on that side, you know how like you could kind of cry on one side so you don't look at the person, you're just like
Yeah.
crying on this side, like you have control over the eye.
So he's got the shimmer
Yeah.
on the side. Okay.
But I
Okay.
can't think of what movies.
Okay. Oh, okay.
I
So
can't wait.
what was the name of your movie?
What was my movie?
It was the one with
Titanic was
no, no, no.
one.
With Robin
Oh
Williams.
yes,
Yeah,
what
the
dreams may come.
What
yes.
dreams may come. Okay, so the beginning of your movie
Uh-huh.
is pretty much similar to the beginning of my movie,
Beetlejuice.
Okay.
which would not make. I could not stop crying throughout the entire movie. If you guys want to guess first, or do you-
Beetlejuice.
Who's in it?
Not
Can we
Beetlejuice.
guess who's in it? Can you just tell us who's
You
in
can
it?
guess who's in it if you want.
Okay.
Can you tell us who's in it?
Yeah, can you tell us who's in it, and then we'll guess the movie.
It's gonna be really easy, I think, once I say what kind of movie it is.
Okay, how about what kind of movie it
We
is?
were actually talking about him first earlier.
Oh, Bill Murray's in it.
No. Right?
What
No.
else
No.
did we talk about?
Richard Dreyfuss.
You said he was an amazing actor.
Tom Hanks.
No,
No?
no.
Who is
Oh,
it?
then it's not the movie I'm thinking of.
Which one did you say?
Oh, no. Let's hear. What do you
What
got?
did you say it was?
No. What do you got?
Okay, like I said, it's very similar to what she saw.
Patch Adams?
No.
Oh my goodness. Patch Adams. Big. I don't know. Wait, who's
Big?
in it?
No, but it is one word. It's a one-word movie.
I don't know. What
And it
about?
made me cry all the way through
my
it.
gosh.
No matter how.
Okay, just say the actor. Oh my gosh, if it
This
was
I
Doug,
don't-
I would have been.
I
it would have
couldn't
been
tell
over.
you. I couldn't tell you the actors' names because it's an animated movie.
Was it Poncho?
No,
Is it a Disney movie?
Pixar. I think it's
A Pixar, like Toy
Think-
Story ish?
kind of ish, yeah, but not like Disney.
Ants?
No.
Jeez, I can't think. Pixar movie.
Wait a minute.
If you guys
Only one
give up,
name.
let me know.
It's
Is it the one with the old guy?
Up.
Yes,
Oh,
That was a sad movie.
that movie was. I hate that movie.
It's a sad movie.
In fact, I'm gonna put that on my worst movie list ever.
but
right
it's a
there.
good movie.
I have
Kids
it-
is
I have it
It's
on
a
DVD.
great movie,
It
but
is.
the
Yeah.
problem is that right off the bat, I was thinking to myself, watching this, like, who would put this for a child's movie?
Oh yeah,
like,
it's definitely. But
it's
if
like the
you
worst
think
thing
about
ever.
it, Disney has the worst things for children. Like when Mufasa died,
Yeah.
I
that was gut-wrenching.
devastated.
That was gut-wrenching. Yes.
As like, I think I was in 5th or 6th grade when that came out, and I was devastated when
They like to give that old gut punch.
yes, and I was like, and then he's there like on his dad, and he's thinking it's his fault his whole life.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
His
that was
whole
bad.
life.
Yeah, but come on. I mean, from the very beginning of Up, it's like, okay, the animation is great. This is
Yeah.
fantastic. I see the couple, they're getting along, everything's fantastic. Then all of a sudden,
They're getting old.
Then they
They're
can't
getting-
even have a baby.
they're getting
That's
old.
another thing that was sad in
Yeah,
there.
they
They
couldn't
kept
have
trying. Yeah, they couldn't have a baby, and
Everything-
she was sad about it.
Yeah.
yeah, and then
That was really depressing.
yes, and
I'll
then
tell
all
you-
of a sudden she dies. And then
Yeah.
it's him having to cope with that entire
You're
death.
gonna cry right now.
And no, but I'm sitting there like, and then like I lost it, and then every single time I saw balloons, I was crying because
Oh
of
my
the
goodness.
freaking not after the movie, but I
Oh,
mean,
I thought you walk into public. Balloons.
I can't be at birthday parties ever again.
Yeah.
You know,
No,
I was
but-
so excited to go see that, and then when we got there, me and Shay went.
Yeah.
When she died, she looks at me. She's like, "Thought this wasn't supposed to be sad." And I'm looking at her like, "I didn't know."
I don't think anybody knew.
Yeah,
this
that-
movie says Up, and it did absolutely the opposite of
Exactly.
what it sounded like. But
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
they never
See,
showed
that's-
anything like that in the trailer.
That's not what I was thinking. I was thinking of the Toy Story 3. Remember?
Oh,
When
I
they
did
were
cry
all
at
in
that.
the grinder, and they
Yeah.
were all
That was
about to
sad.
die.
No, that part didn't make me sad.
You said you had told us that made you cry.
No. What made me cry was the end part. The kid when he has to let go of the toys, and he has to grow up. That's what hit me hard, because that is exactly what it felt like. Trying to grow up as a young boy, trying to go into manhood. Because you have to kind of let go of your toys to a certain degree. I mean, yeah, still have my Star Wars toys. But I'm just saying that there was a point in my life that I related to that young boy having to become a man by letting go of the very toys that he loves the most, and that's what the entire story was about too.
Yeah.
So that just hit hard. But I wasn't the only one crying. There was all kinds of dudes crying in that whole movie theater. I didn't feel alone at all.
That's the
We're
one-
sitting there like,
yeah.
I know, man. No.
I feel you.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's the one I
That
thought
was
it
a
was.
deep interpretation.
Was it?
Yeah.
Toy Story 3.
It was exactly how it felt. I can only be honest.
Yeah.
Still, nothing made me cry as hard as Up. And not as long either. Like, if I want to cry, I'll just pop in that movie right now. Like, I could just look at the title and just like,
Yeah, that was a sad movie.
Oh,
It
super
really
sad.
was. Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
But how can you cry after she dies, and then he meets the little boy?
It made me cry all the
It
time.
was a whole adventure.
She's not there to see any of this, and she's dead.
He's
and
just
I'm
thinking about her.
Yeah,
like,
the whole time. I'm sad because I related to it. I mean, if it was me, I would be sad that whole time. Like, no matter what craziness is going on. I mean, yeah, he's distracted, but I mean, I don't care if the house is flying. This is making me sad. Like, the whole time, like I said, from the very beginning, it's like I guess because it was so impactful of all this happiness. It was like the best relationship ever. They lasted so long for a certain point of time in their lives. And then he had to struggle towards the end of seeing her passing on while she was going through it. That's just extremely painful to sit there and have to imagine that myself, because I couldn't even relate to it. But then I guess empathetically thinking of how great this person is to me and how much I loved seeing that relationship. And now she's gone.
Yeah.
And now he's got to deal with this crazy Asian kid and this dog
Was he Asian?
Yeah.
that has
Asian.
ADD like crazy, and none of that made me happy.
Squirrel.
Yeah, don't get me wrong, the squirrel thing was pretty funny.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
That I'd still do that.
So
Actually,
did you cry the whole movie? Like
Yes, the entire all the way to the
entire
credits.
all the way to.
All the way to the credits.
So from when she dies, like how did you didn't dry out at all? Like it was the complete.
Almost dried out a little bit because I had to regroup my tears over time. Like, and there was points in the movie where I was like, okay, I'm not crying anymore. And then something else would hit me like, man, why?
Why is this happening?
Yeah. And I'm probably, I wasn't the only one. I think there was other people still crying
It was
throughout
a
the
sad
whole
it was
movie.
a sad movie.
I saw it on DVD.
So whoever made that movie,
somewhere.
screw you. That's all I'm going to say. No, it was a great movie,
But
though.
keep
It
them
was
Well
coming.
done.
beautiful. Yeah.
That's why I said Disney likes to
Yeah.
gut punch you.
And I was mad
Bambi's
during
mom.
that. Like, I was crying. Like, I was, like, sad and mad at the same time. Because I was
Yeah.
like, who would do this? Like, why would you tell a
But
story
I think
like
that's
this?
what they do. I don't know if it's like they want to teach kids something about life.
They don't
or-
learn that.
But like, I
There's
don't
an-
understand what the point of having super crazy sad stuff in a movie for a kid.
I don't know. I forgot.
Like
There's
there
a,
has to be a reason
have-
that it's happening.
there's a research on that, but I forgot what it was. But it has some kind of emotional reward.
Okay.
That was the bathroom. Okay, so now that we've gotten all 4 of our topics for the most part,
we
three
had
topics.
3 topics.
Yeah, because in case you guys are wondering, the camera had shut off earlier, and we had to kind of just work with what we had, so we just went ahead and finished off this topic. But we're gonna go ahead and end this for now. We hope you enjoyed this podcast for the first time.
See you next time.
Yeah, we're gonna start working through these as best we can. It's just a work in progress. But if you definitely enjoyed this, please like this video. And if you guys have anything that's on your mind based on any of these topics, by all means, comment away below here on the on this YouTube video. And if you guys are curious about the name Ruckus IIV as well, I do have a YouTube channel separate from this. It's just simply Ruckus IIV. You can search that on YouTube, and you can find my vlogs, in which I also introduced this podcast as well. If you want to see that vlog, it's on my YouTube channel. And once again, this is Jessica, Poetic Princess, and Gazzy B. Thanks for coming, guys. And I'm glad that we have this podcast finally named and all that good stuff.
Yes. See you next time.
She so wanted to say that.